Boo-boo! I think it's time I introduce myself to that picnic basket.
You know, Yogi, we could just hunt for food. All the other animals do.
Boo-boo! A picnic basket has everything a bear needs. Hook me in!
Yogi said as he handed Boo-boo the hook that was needed to tether his harness to the zip line.
You sure it'll work, Yogi?
Boo-boo asked while connecting the hook.
Well, you know, Boo-boo, I'm smarter than the average bear!
Yogi is falling down the incline to steal a picnic basket from a lone man sitting at the bench below. He successfully snatches the basket. Yogi puts his feet against the tree that the end of the line was connected to and comes to a stop. He unhooks the harness and turns to glance at the man to see if he was charging him. The man stood totally still for a few seconds before running off scared. Yogi just assumed it must have been his species that scared him off. After all, everyone's afraid of the mighty grizzly, right? He walked back to their cave, which took about 10 minutes, where Boo-boo was waiting on the couch. Good job, Yogi. Yes, sir. Let's dig in, he said as he placed the basket on the table and opened it. There was a plastic bag with a sandwich, a Tupperware container with spaghetti, and a ball of water. Boo-boo took the spaghetti while Yogi took the sandwich. As Yogi extracted the sandwich and took a bite, he noticed there was something hard. He removed the top loaf to reveal a severed finger. He gasped and dropped it. Boo-boo was too in shock as Yogi looked up at him, except Boo-boo wasn't in shock about the finger in the sandwich. Yogi saw the open container sitting in Boo-boo's lap that presented spaghetti with meatballs, except 2 of the meatballs were eyeballs, with some of the veins still attached. They just weren't able to distinguish them before, as the lid was a translucent red plastic. Yogi, did you steal another picnic basket? Ranger Smith yelled while entering the cave. Boo-boo and Yogi turned around in shock as Ranger Smith saw the contents of the food. 2 weeks later, the man behind the obscenity was caught after Yogi gave the police a description of him. The police entered his home and found human body parts in his freezer. The bodies belonged to 2 people who went missing a few weeks back. The first was Richard Guerrero, a Mexican man aged 25, who was abducted off a street while walking back home from his night shift on May 23rd. The second, Anthony Sears, aged 24, he was abducted while smoking pot at 4 a.m. at Evergreen Park, not far from Jellystone. The killer's name was Jeffrey Dahmer. He was sentenced to death via electric chair on June 13th. Boo-boo and Yogi still have nightmares about this experience, and on one night, Yogi had a dream Dahmer caught him with a net after trying to steal his picnic basket and took him back to his house, where he chopped off one of Yogi's fingers with a cleaver. He looked at Yogi smiling while licking the bloody end of his finger. Yogi shot up panting and sweating. After calming down, he thought to himself, I will never steal another picnic basket again.